It's undeniable that in the shonen community especially, women leads are a constant talk of the town. In recent years, we've gotten characters from Noelle Silva, Nobara, Kugisaki, Uraraka Ochiko, Yor, Maki, Jolene, and if we take into consideration of manga without adaptations, there is still a whole abundance of them. Women leads in anime can lead to some of the most heated debates because people love to talk about what makes them great and whether or not they defy the usual shonen tropes that we've seen for years now. Things like rising to the call of action, independence, romance, triumph, and defeat have definitely been conversations that have been established by things like the big three. Orihime and Sakura have been leads that I have come to see many different opinions about over the years. Personally for me, I think Orihime was cool, but just wish she had more parts to play in Bleach, but let me just say I had no idea how much people did not like Sakura. Twitter really opened my eyes to just how much people really do not like her character, but most importantly, how repetitive these conversations and criticisms about female leads are. One of the things I wish is that we have more women MCs similar to the Kill la Kill success, but those pop up every once in a blue moon, and given the demographic shonen is aimed at, I guess that is somewhat the reason why. Each shonen series tackles women leads in many different ways, stemming from the tropes that we have seen over the years. However, World Trigger women arguably are some of the best out. Ashihara has written each of their roles and characters in a way that there is almost nothing to complain about and yet plenty to be excited about. So today, let's talk about the women of World Trigger and how great they are in this series. Now before I get started, if you could, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave all your thoughts and comments about today's video down below. Without further ado, let's kick things off talking about the backbone of the squads, aka the operators. Excluding the neighbor operators, Boruto has a total of 24 known operators in the series. Operators truly are the piece of the team that holds everything together. Between the constant supply of real-time info on the field and aiding in the team strategies, their value is immense. On top of aiding teams, operators practically have a knowledge of almost every trigger and its technicality within Border. This allows them to constantly rotate announcer positions throughout the Rank War saga and give constant detailed commentary throughout the series as well. What's more is there is a plethora of personalities spread amongst the team that just adds a lot more enjoyable interactions amongst the squads. Season 3 was the perfect showcase of how in sync and helpful an operator can be with a squad with round 7, pertaining to Suzunari's first lights out strategy. I personally really enjoy the operator role in this series. I like the idea of the support role being handled by the majority of the women in the cast because it just goes to show how much knowledge and practice the ladies have put into knowing their stuff. On top of this, it's an overall safe position to be in terms of writing. Operators are in a perfect balance of being helpful and being able to provide tension to situations. The key thing to remember is that a loss of an operator will mean a huge shift for a squad, so it just goes to show how important each of them are and their understanding of their squad's abilities. One thing I hope to see someday is an operator who could fight as well as any field agent. Speaking of field agents, let me just say that the ladies on the field are not a force to take lightly in any shape or form. Starting with A-Rank Keiko squad, both Captain Keiko and Attacker Futaba are a duo that without a doubt can definitely go toe-to-toe with our main Tamakoma duo. Captain Keiko is not only a proficient shooter, but said to be one of the 11 candidates for Fujin as well, though rarely seen, she has a Scorpion trigger alongside with her Hound and Ashray combo as well. Futaba excels in the close-range combat, boasting one of the fastest techniques in the series known as Skanda, which we saw back in the Golopola invasion. Though we haven't gotten a big backstory on either of them, it's pretty cool to see an all-female squad in A-Rank of all places too. Their potential in future invasions surely will bring some of the best moments out of them, which is why I'm looking forward to any great war that will erupt. On top of this squad, we also have Nasu unit, a B-Rank all-female squad who we have gotten a bit more attached to over the years. Captain Nasu is regarded to be a masterclass shooter given her understanding of bullets like Viper and has displayed that accuracy time and time again. Season 2 having one of her biggest Sakuga moments in the takedown of Win. Now in case you are an anime only, I advise skipping over this next section here. Akane, who is now the former squad sniper, has also set up an interesting turning point for the squad to allow Izuho to join once she gets B rank. This can also be the beginning of a true rivalry for Amatori as well. Personally myself, I would have liked to really see Tamakoma 2 go against Nasu squad again, especially with Fiyusei present, but there are bigger things in motion. Nasu squad is a reminder that life doesn't stop moving forward and that someday agents will have to move on from this action. The squad has a lot of potential to grow, and those memorable moments they share without a doubt will keep them tied together for years to come. Moving along with the idea of potential in mind, both Katori and Teruya really have a lot going for them. Round 5 gave us some background on both of them, and I gotta say, what they can become in this new generation of agents can make a huge wave. Teruya has shown that she can definitely operate solo or even with a duo in the rank wars. Being not only a disciplined all-rounder but one of the best rookies at the time, what she can accomplish when given the opportunity could end up giving Kuga a hard time in the future. For Katori, I think we all know just how much the prodigy can do even on the fly. Her backstory tying into how she was just so naturally great at things led to her being humbled in round 5. What's more is that she even learned something from Mikumo as well that we will get to see once the next season comes out. Again, not throwing it out there for the sake of manga spoilers, but as a hint, let's just say that Mikumo ain't the only person that can level up quickly. Katori to me has also had a lot of interesting inclusion into the story lately as well. I really hope that Ashiara keeps her in the limelight and lets us see just how much she can grow from defeat. Best part about her is that she's a captain of a squad as well. Only problem is she needs to learn how to lead, something I think she can learn from Mikumo as well. Keeping that temper low and the teamwork going is going to be her biggest wall to overcome, but once she overcomes it, I have no doubt in my mind Katori will be huge. Now what would this video be if I didn't mention Konami? Being a mentor to Kuga, she is the former number 1 and current number 3 attacker. Konami is definitely the life of the Tamakoma branch, being absolutely gullible. However, on the field, she's an absolute monster. Using her dual Sogetsu axes that can combine to one powerful axe, her attack power and speed is a neighbor's worst nightmare. She's very serious when she needs to be, and I love how it's practically a switch with her when things get serious. In my video talking about the future of World Trigger, one of the things I mentioned is that I would love to see an old Border movie with a younger Konami. When Border was also founded, it was stated that Konami used to use dual wield Kogetsu, and that's something I would love to see, but most importantly, just how different Konami is compared to now, and what might have been a huge character development moment for her. Now before we get to our last woman of the day, we of course have to talk about Ai Kitora. Being another one of the candidates for Fujin and a fellow A-rank agent, Kitora has been a huge influence on Mikumo. Admiring her skills from the start, the adoption of the wire strategy has done wonders for Tamakoma too. She's one of the first characters we met early on in the series, and at first glance she comes out very cold. However, deep down inside she has a humble side to her and is ready to help others. On top of that, she is one heck of an all-rounder as well, as we saw in the Invasion arc back in season 1. The only battle she has to conquer now is her hidden crush on Karasuma. Last but not least, we cannot forget about the one and only Chica Amatori, aka the MVP of round 8. Chica is one of my favorite leads right next to Ochiko. Her kindness and ambition to rise to the occasion is more than admirable, and even with her sniping dilemma, she never backed down once. Episode 8 of this past season was one of the best episodes in the entire series, and one of the best moments to truly dive into Chica's backstory and how that played a part into who she is right now. It was extremely emotional and extremely humane. Ashihara was definitely riding with the golden pen when he was putting those chapters together. Chica has been fighting to prove that her curse can be a blessing to those around her. She fought to prove to herself that it's okay to use her Trion amount to protect others. Whether or not she gets closure in her brother's case will all come down to the events of the Away Mission saga, but I have no doubt that she will continue to fight until the job is done. What I'm looking forward to see is whether or not she can still shoot people on this mission. Round 8 was her debut of the dilemma being tackled, but I still don't think it's quite over just yet. Regardless of what happens though, you can best believe I'll be rooting for her as Tomakoma's canon. Collectively, these women characters are really good. They aren't written with any tsundere type vibes, the romance is subtle and adorable, the girls can go just as hard as the guys, there is really a position for everyone to play, and most of all, everyone feels on par with each other. Most of all, I really enjoy how the agents don't downplay each other or their skills, and there is no form of discrimination towards the ladies because they are ladies. They are badass because Ashihara wanted them to be, and that type of writing is something I can definitely get behind. And with that, it's gonna bring me to the end of this video. As always, thank you for watching, and let me know who your favorite woman character in World Trigger is down below. As always, stay safe and warm out there, and I will catch you guys in the next video.